Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap." I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vigors. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code MACECAM or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit and a free pick. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mace and Cam.
Killer, what's good, man?
Really? Yeah. Talking to Sin.
Yeah, shout out to Sin City. You see me, Sin?
Yo. Wow. Wow, this nigga right here is amazing, man. All I'm gonna say is this, Ronnie, I don't have that jacket. And don't send it to me now. I want a different color. I don't want that color. I'm gonna be honest with you. It isn't about the Knicks. It is about Mase because now, I don't know, maybe he's Title Town from 1973, possibly. Maybe he's from that Title Town out there, so I'm not even gonna have a conversation with him about the Knicks account. I'm more disappointed after all the campaigns I did for you, Ronnie, over there at Kiff, that I don't have a leather Knick jacket. This is actually the jacket I see him wearing courtside. It's all good, Ronnie. You keep sending me the low-end Knick shit. Not saying it ain't good. Yeah, I got a bunch of low-end Knick shit in my crib. But I ain't get the level. It's all good. You know why? Because Ronnie called you when you hot. Pause. I'm going to stay hot. I'm going to start putting that in the contract.
He call you when you hot.
Oh, he called you when you hot. You know, Ronnie called Dip, said we did the campaign at Madison Square Garden for him. Yeah. And then we did verses and lost to the Locks, and I seen the Locks in Madison Square Garden during the campaign. So, at least he letting you know we need the hot shit. It's all good. I ain't about to cool off. It's all good, man.
Oh, man. Mo, what's up, man?
Life is good, baby. What's going on?
Look at this. Yo, come on, Mo.
Didn't even give Mo an intro.
I was going to say something about, he said he was on the move, but
we don't know what, this move is crazy. This nigga electric booger. I don't know what kind of move he on. Title Town definitely on the move with that, man.
Yeah, Maurice, how are you feeling about Mace's get up? That's what we'll call it.
Hey, well, it looked like he, fair weather fan. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Mo got on Crenshaw. Mo ain't from Crenshaw.
You gotta support the marathon, though, man. You gotta support Nipsey, man. Definitely. I support that.
Yeah, we support
the mission.
Support that.
Okay, so we're actually going to start with Aaron Rodgers. So the Jets decided to part ways with him. In a statement released by the team, they said it was important to have this discussion now to provide clarity and enable each of us the proper time to plan for our respective futures. We want to thank him for the leadership, passion, and dedication he brought to the organization and wish him success moving forward. Maurice, do you think the Jets made the right decision?
Yeah, they just they seen what he tried to do, with the last coaches with trying to assemble a team and trying to duplicate what Tom Brady did down there in Tampa Bay. And it didn't work out. And it seemed like a dumpster fire after any and every move that was made. And it felt like the Jets weren't getting any better. And it felt like that they just needed to wipe the slate clean, bring in new coaches, bring a new the staff, and basically just clean out the closet per se, and just go into a new direction. So this is the time you do it. I'm pretty sure they'll will and deal in the draft, will and deal in free agency, and try to bring somebody in coming to OTAs and things of that nature. But I think that they made the right decision.
Yeah, it was really nothing else they could do with this team. I mean, from the year ago, from the moment he got hurt, everything was downhill. We knew there was gonna be changes made. We just didn't know how soon. And I'm gonna say congratulations to the Jets. Congratulations for them for having the wherewithal to make this move. Because some people would have tried to see what it will look like if he's healthy next season. Some people do that. And I'm glad they had the courage to just say, no, we're not going to prolong this and have another bad year for the Jets and become the next year after next year team and actually get it done this year. So this opened the window for, free agency and different people that they could bring in.
Yeah, Mase Aaron Rodgers is going to do good this season. Said Jets was actually a sleeper team. And they were supposed to get it done this year. And that's who he was going with outside of Kansas City. So for him to make that statement, that's very grown of him. And I'm very proud of him that he's making that statement. I'm actually proud that he's done that. That he knows that's the right thing to do, because it's the right thing to do. Look, Aaron Rodgers got coaches fired. He wanted bring my man over here, man. Fuck it, got him sitting out there at the Raiders. Get the nigga over here. Like you said, Mo, I like that term you use, a dumpster fire. That's all it's been. And I don't think that the Jets would have had a problem keeping Aaron Rodgers because listen, everybody's not always going to have the greatest season, even though this is statistically win and loss column. This is his worst season ever outside 2006 when he was 0-2. His worst statistical year as a win and loss is concerned ever. And the way he handles himself is probably the reason why they didn't want to bring him back. We've seen everything from when the coach tried to give him a hug after throwing a touchdown, where he pushes the coach. 2 weeks later, after he pushes the coach is fired. He doesn't like the receivers. They bring in his man. I have a great relationship with him from Green Bay. He's over there with the Raiders. He wants to get traded. They bring him over there to the Jets. They accommodated Aaron Rodgers on every level that he wanted to. Everything, I can't say everything because we don't even know what he asked for behind the scenes. And it didn't get done. Not only it didn't get done, they weren't close. So the new regime at the Jets are saying, nah, we ain't dealing with this. He ain't going to get us canned and act like it's our fault.
Yeah.
We going to get rid of this shit, this problem right now. And I really feel bad for Aaron Rodgers because if you look at his career overall, he's one of the most talented quarterbacks ever. We don't have to sit there and talk about a bunch of rings like Brady or John Elway or Ben Roethlisberger or Eli Manning. And sometimes it isn't about the rings. With Tom Brady, that it is about the rings. But the way he's going out, it doesn't look good. And purely because his attitude is leaking onto the field. We looked at Drew Brees. He only has one Super Bowl too, but he went out really good with the same team on his own accord. He didn't get another Super Bowl, but he walked out as one of them people you could be like, Drew Brees is a class act. Aaron Rodgers isn't leaving as a class act. He's leaving right now as a crybaby, at least the Jets organization. Somebody throws tantrums. Somebody who says, I got to go back in the dark to see what I want to do. Says he took his COVID shot, lied about that. Not only lied about it, got caught in the lie and be like, oh, well, I lied, so who gives a fuck? His attitude is terrible. Will he retire? That's a question that has to be answered. But to me, Aaron Rodgers probably doesn't want to go out this way. So I'm pretty sure he'll join another team to try to have a better season than he did last year, because I'm pretty sure it's a lot of teams. I'm not going to say a lot, but it's definitely a handful of teams that would love to have an Aaron Rodgers. So we'll see what happens. But I do commend the Jets from saying, no, if we're going to stink it up, it's going to be on our own accord. And if we're going to win, it's going to be on our own accord. But we can't allow Aaron Rodgers to dictate what goes on within this organization.
Yeah.
Stat, you think y'all will take Aaron Rodgers for a year?
No. No. But things have been happening that I haven't even expected throughout this whole year in all of sports. So if it happens, it's just like, of course. But no, I don't see it happening at all. I don't even think it would benefit us. But what I was going to ask you guys, so obviously throughout the season, we saw all of Aaron Rodgers' appearances on Pat McAfee's show. Do you guys feel like that was an issue or a problem? Because some reports were saying that's led to the reason why, which obviously that's not the full reason why. But Maurice, how did you feel about his appearances on the show throughout the season?
I would say, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch him, but I can see when you go back and say what we were talking about early in the season with anybody is keep the main thing the main thing. And when you're winning, people accept this stuff, but when you're losing, nobody wants to hear anything you have to say other than you going back to the drawing board and getting better. And then when you're losing, people find reasons to hate you. They find reasons to discredit you, criticize you, so on and so forth. And we've talked about that with Micah Parsons and just other people who have these platforms. I don't know if America is ready for that. For people to be like in the mainstream media and also be their celebrity. Because back in the day, the media needed to make you the celebrity. It was other people who basically edified you or put you on a pedestal. And so to have athletes who now get to play dual roles at the same time, I just don't think people are ready for that. So in short, I'm pretty sure it contributed to it. And I don't really have an opinion on it, but I'm pretty sure it contributed to people's opinion with Pat McAfee being as the platform being as big as it is.
Yeah, I think when people are watching you make the kind of money that players are making in whatever sport we choose to talk about, that they really want you to win, and they don't want it to look like your focus is all over the place, especially when you're not doing well at the thing that started the other thing that's paying you. We were just talking about this the other day about Paul George and people like that. So you're definitely right, and I concur when it comes to these type of things. You just gotta keep, like you said, the main thing, because these other things are not the thing that's paying you the most. And it seems like you're more focused on that and more passionate about that. And the fans and the organizations are taking a hit for it. And that got to stop. If they want to go into full-time, sports shows, then go into full-time sports shows. But, you're going to have to do well at the main thing. Not just keep the main thing. Do well at the main thing.
Yeah, both of you guys had great takes on that. And I haven't seen Aaron Rodgers this season or past season on Pat McAfee. But you're right, Mo. They didn't have a problem with the previous seasons because he's part of the reason Pat McAfee got the deal that he had. He's been on Pat McAfee for a few years now, a couple years at least. And every Monday or Tuesday, whatever day it is, he comes in and helps. He gave Pat McAfee the credibility that he needed to have to, be successful. Not only be successful, get a slot on ESPN. Not only get a slot on ESPN, curse at 12 in the afternoon Eastern on ESPN. And he's part of that. You understand? But when you're not winning, it looks crazy. Like Mase just said, if you're winning, okay. But when you're not winning, it's not okay. That's just the way it is. And then when you have a season like he just had, what happens is people be like, well, the nigga ain't even really win a Super Bowl in 12, 13 years now that we think about it. He ain't been winning. Has he been having successful seasons? Yes, but he hasn't won a Super Bowl since. So he's too busy worried about being on Pat McAfee. All that happens when you don't get to the big game or win the big game, and then it gets magnified. So I agree with you guys 100%. Keep the main thing, but it definitely gets magnified when you don't have the season. When you had the season he just had, pardon me.
Okay. And then moving along, so it looks like they're trying to have discussions about harsher punishments for fans who storm the field. So the Alabama athletic director came up with a proposal, and he said, I truly believe in forfeiting wins. If we said that the home team, if they storm the field or the court, they're going to lose that game right then and there, that will stop it. Maurice, do you think that's excessive? Do you like this idea? What do you think about these discussions?
This is what people do when they ain't winning. They start worrying about stupid stuff. And that's typically what this is. And I wish Nick Saban was back down in Alabama for football, and I wish that they were doing better with basketball, because you start to talk about stupid and trivial stuff, or you start to make these arguments of stupid and trivial stuff. It's an old saying that they say, you can tell the nature of a man by the things he complains about. And when you look at this is trivial. Kids storming the court or kids rushing the field is part of the collegiate athletics. That's part of the fabric of it. That's part of like the college experience. And so when you're talking about the players who play the game, them being affected by something that they have nothing to do with, I just think it's foolish. And these guys need to focus getting back to winning so they can be talking about parades and all the other stuff that people do in Titletown.
I'm glad you brought that up, Mo. Mo, you actually misquoted that statement. It's you could tell the nature of a man by what he focuses on. But
Hey, yo.
pause. That's the
What do you mean by that?
what? Maybe that's why he quoted it that way, you know?
But yeah, I ain't mean to interrupt.
And then Stat, what do you mean by this? Stat, you pause, you in now, Stat?
I don't got any lyrics.
Okay.
I think I'm good. I don't know. Okay. Shots fired. What was the question again, Stat?
Nigga thinking.
Basically, home teams forfeiting the game if the fans storm the field. Do you think that's excessive?
Yeah, that's too much, man. They got pause. He got too much time on his hand thinking about that. Like, if you thinking that you're gonna take a person's win away, because what if two people run on the field? You can't just forfeit our wins because two people storm the field. I mean, who made this up? Who's even thinking about this? Alabama?
Yep.
They gotta chill out, man. They don't need Nick Saban back. They wilding out right now. They need a black coach. You want to liberate Alabama, man. Get a black head coach. I think it's time for that anyway. They're getting all this NIL money. Let a black coach Alabama. But this is crazy.
You've been a
Things people do.
I love your advocacy this month. You know, you've been
Yeah, I'm staying 10 toes down.
yeah.
The Knicks, Black History Month, you know.
You said black coach. You had to take about black woman. You had to take about
Yeah.
You've been fighting.
What do they call that? Emancipation?
Freeing of,
Free at last.
We're gonna move past this conversation. Cam, what do you think?
You don't like my Black History Day?
I didn't say that.
I'm trying to use the words that go with what you're talking about.
I see you.
Me and Rosa Parks have the same birthday, actually. I won't go to the back. I'm not going to the back anyway. Me and Rosa have the same birthday, actually, so I dig it. But your murder, you see what Mo said?
What'd he say?
He started off, nigga Mo, and I like that Mo. Mo started off, nigga Mo said, that's what happened when you ain't winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mo. Now, when you talking to a champion, it's the reigning champion, Ohio State. That's how you supposed to start off. It's the shit that happens when you ain't winning. coming from currently title town right now. Nigga Mo said, when you ain't got the parades and all that. I like that. Nigga Mo throwing shots subliminally. He said, yeah, this is what happened when you missing out on the parades and you not winning. You start this nonsense.
No confetti in the helmet and
all that, nigga. I caught that more if nobody else did. I peeped it. And yeah, look, man, I dig it, man. I understand where niggas is coming from, and I agree with you. This is what happens when you're not winning. Because if you were winning, I don't think this would be a complaint at all. Now, if you want to, what I will say is this, and it still won't be, and I'm just giving the other side of the coin. If you really want to do that, no more storming the court, field, whatever. You're taking the fun out of it. I remember it was a time the NFL kind of like, and it wasn't that long ago, they kind of like banned celebrations for a minute. Like you couldn't do too much of a celebration. Maybe spike the ball if you did a little dance or something. It was a penalty, and they was like, yo, come on, y'all wilding now. That's what makes it fun. And they brought it back to where you could celebrate. You know, you can't be too derogatory, but you brought celebrations back. The best scenario I could say, Alabama, And I agree with Mase and Mo, so I'm not on your side. I'm just giving a scenario. The best thing that you can do is if your team loses in a home court, because let's say, for instance, let's use basketball, you got an unranked team, and you beat the number 3 team, and you're at the unranked team's home. They're going to storm the field or the basketball court. Now, this is what I will say. Give the team a minute and 90 seconds, the other team, to go back to the locker room, because sometimes they get caught up in the melee and it's a bunch of people around them and they pushing niggas to get out. And you got people say, yeah.
Yeah,
And
start the fight.
Yeah, you just mad because you lost. All right, y'all got 60 seconds to get the fuck out of here. Because niggas gonna storm that field. Or niggas gonna storm that court. Niggas will be looking at the clock. 3, 2. All right, y'all ain't get off the court by now. That's that. That's the best I can offer you. I'm not sitting here saying don't storm the field, don't storm the court, because that's part of the celebration. Most of the time, you're not just storming the field or the court for a regular win. You're only doing that when it's a big time win or you're beating a rival. Yeah. So it's not like a every game situation. Alabama, you guys been up for so many years that when you lose on somebody else's field, they're going to storm the field, ranked or unranked. I'm talking about y'all. Y'all always going to be ranked because y'all figure a way to cheat and you almost made it into the playoffs this season. And I'm glad y'all didn't. But at the end of the day, you're going to find a way to stay ranked. So when you guys lose on somebody else's field, they're going to storm the field because of all the success that you had the last however many years. It's just the way it is. I'm just giving you an idea, but I don't even support the idea I said. I'm just trying to make a suggestion. You got 45 seconds to get off the field because niggas are storming that field. That's part of school spirit, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, I actually like the 60-minute rule because y'all got 60 seconds. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got time to move if you want to move. You get caught after that, bro, you standing out there trying to be a problem.
Yeah,
great points. Okay, so boxer Keyshawn Davis accused his opponent of sending him a box of bananas and watermelon. When talking about his Ukrainian opponent, he said he wants to address the fact that he came to America to give him bananas and a watermelon with a note on it. It's unprofessional, and I feel like it's racist. It is racist. And you just made this fight a little more personal. So just, leading up to the fight and hearing that type of issue going on, Maurice, what are your thoughts on this act, and how do you feel about what Keyshawn Davis said?
Well, I actually caught a live video from him where he actually said it was Teofimo Lopez, him and his father. And he had mentioned that, Teofimo Lopez and his father had did it trying to cause friction with him and the Ukrainian dude. So I won't even tax the Ukrainian, but if Teofimo did it, he's out of line. And that's his second time doing something like that. I know he was trying to fumble around and say why he did it the first time, but you don't get a chance to do all this shit over and over again, and you not have like some tinge of racism. Like, it's a lot of ways to bait people and to talk shit and to do disrespectful shit. But I feel like people who play that race shit, they play it conveniently. You know what I'm saying? And so he know who has done it, and I like at least respect him for at least going ahead and saying, hey, man, it wasn't the Ukrainian dude, because the Ukrainian dude was like, hey, I ain't have nothing to do with that. But he thought he did. And it eventually came out that he thought it was Teofimo, and he had proof and wanted to go on live to clear Buddy's name, whoever the Ukrainian guy's name is.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Once we find out that it's Teofimo, the first thing I was thinking about is, Teofimo, you didn't get that from coming up here. Pause. When you came up here, you had a different energy about the racist things that he was saying. So this kind of make me look at it a different way. But then there's another aspect of this conversation. Let's say he did send him the bananas, pause, and he did send a watermelon in a box, and it had a racist note. Today, it seems like trolling is the new advertisement. It seemed like trolling is the new marketing. So what do we say to that? Now, as long as people's names is being mentioned, you ever heard that statement that there's no such thing as bad publicity? All publicity is good publicity. So we have a generation that's growing up with a new mindset when it comes to trolling. They look at trolling as advertisement and marketing. or at least another form of marketing. Not the only way, the traditional way, but this is now the new age way to market yourself. So as long as it keeps his name hot, keeps his name in the algorithm, he's okay with that because that keeps him before people's eyes and on people's mind, even though it's for the wrong intention. And if somebody knock him out, people are going to be really happy about it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to remember, because Teofimo was up here, and he kind of didn't back down from it. He didn't. He said,
Ask him about it.
Yeah.
You asked him
I asked
about
him,
it.
but he wasn't like, he ain't count no plea. He had a friendly mannerism, but he wasn't like, nah, I was bugging. No, I can't remember. He was just like, he was saying it kind of like Murder saying it, like, I was doing it for this reason or that reason or that reason. But he didn't say, nah, I didn't mean it. He didn't. I can't remember, but I remember because I was saying, looking at him, but he didn't make it seem like it was racist. He tried to make it seem like, damn, I can't remember what he said. But whatever he said, he didn't back down from when we asked about it. He was just friendly to us about it. Like, nah,
He said he was trying to get them to fight him.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yep.
Exactly. It was, so he didn't make it racist, but he's like, yeah, I did it. When hearing the story, I'm kind of upset that T.O. did that. Not that I mean, whatever. T.O. hasn't fought in I don't know how long, so maybe this is a way to keep his name in it because, to be honest with you, he might have helped out because I didn't know about the fight. So I'm not saying that what he's doing isn't racist, but it seems like he's being more known for that in the last few months. This monkey banana shit he got going on than actually fighting. So it is what it is. When I first heard this, when Stat was reading it, I laughed because I didn't know a watermelon and all that shit came behind it. And I don't play that, like, seriously, like on some G shit. I don't eat watermelon. I don't eat watermelon because I like fried chicken and I'm black. So to me, I'm not eating both. It's just like so wild. And Stat, you don't get it because you're younger. Like they used to call black people fried chicken, watermelon eating niggas.
That still happens.
I don't know what's going on with y'all world. I'm just telling you.
My world is
to this day.
We live in the same world.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
it was a different lens, but
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I really don't even eat watermelon. And I'm not being funny. I really don't eat watermelon to this day. I don't even eat it because I'm not, nigga. I had a meeting, right, at this company, UTA. Shout out to UTA. We do business with UTA. So the initial meeting they had with me, Mase wasn't there at this meeting. And it was a lunch meeting at their office. And I remember telling my partner that I said, yeah, I'm gonna go to Roscoe's after the meeting and get something to eat after it's over. He said, yo, well, they having a lunch meeting or whatever. I said, all right, cool. So when I get to the meeting, it's all white people. And no disrespect, shout out to my guy, Oren, Jay Zimmer, everybody over there. Much respect, love y'all guys. So I get there, I'm the only black guy there, and everybody else got salad around the whole table. It's like 11 people. And I got fried chicken and syrup in front of my shit. I just sat there. Everybody's eating this. Cam, you don't like Oscars? Nah. Not today. Fuck, y'all got Kool-Aid coming too, nigga? Nah, I'm not eating this shit, man.
Yeah, good thing I didn't come.
Yeah, I was waiting for them to come out with a big picture of Kool-Aid. So, would you like purple?
You want grape?
Yeah. They don't even, Kool-Aid, they don't call it the flavor. You want red? I ain't eat that shit. I know they was trying to accommodate me, but nah, nigga, it's a typical. So, I don't think
Negro accommodation.
Yeah, so I don't support it. But when I thought it was the guy he's fighting, I don't want to say the wrong race because country he's from. I thought this was actually cool if that's the guy that you're about to fight sending it to you because you have the opportunity to kick his ass. So I was like, okay, the nigga who sent it to you, you know what you got to do. You know what the fuck is on the table. Fucking sending me watermelons and bananas. Bet. But now that I know he didn't do it, it kind of takes the sizzle out of what I was thinking. Pause.
No, it definitely does. And that's a different angle, especially because you asked about it up here. Like, that was the time to kind of own up to it. And I do wish we all remembered because he did say something.
No, that's what it was, because he was talking about Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
And he was doing it to try to get the fight.
Yeah. But
that's why. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Maurice.
No, that's why I insinuated and said there's other ways that you can bait people into agitate them. But if you keep on going to the race thing, something makes me believe that you're racist. You know what I mean? If you keep on, one time it's cool, but once you go back there, knowing the uproar that it caused the first time, and then people looking at you like you have some issue, I think like you're a racist nigga.
I mean, I agree, because that's not some type of motivation. Because back to Cam's point when he was talking about like the chicken and watermelon thing, when I was in school and I played basketball, I went to predominantly white school. My coach, the first time I got braids in my hair, because like nobody had braids, and it was like, whoa, like you can do different things with your hair as a black girl. My coach didn't call me the predator. Like, was that supposed to motivate me to shoot? To play better? He called me the predator. Somebody else called me Whoopi Goldberg. Like, they was saying things every single day.
No, we still need to protest behind that today.
What's your coach name?
Word. Call that. What's that nigga name, yo?
His name. What is his name?
I'm not saying it because these people are.
Why wouldn't you say
move
the
on,
name?
and I'm the better person always.
You protecting the predator?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just always
what
gonna be
school
the
did
bigger
you go
person.
to?
Y'all know what school I went to. He had a shirt for it.
I know what school she went to.
What school is it? What school?
Wiregrass.
Huh?
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
Wiregrass High School.
Okay.
Wiregrass High School.
Nick, Google the girls basketball coach for that school.
Like, Google ain't nothing but a thing. He ain't there anymore either.
Yeah, but we could figure out what year he was there. If you was,
everybody gonna be searching up
roster
Treasure Wilson
pictures
High
now.
School basketball. Like,
it's about 2016, 17, 18, around there. About 21? I don't fucking know. We just do. She gonna be 24 this year.
He's like, do the math.
Yeah, 6 years ago, 7 years
Just
ago.
know I went through some things, y'all.
The Predator is wild because you got some braids.
Yes.
And Whoopi Goldberg is
It
wild.
was, it was bad.
Alien.
Like, it was
Alien 1
bad.
and 2.
It was so
They're
bad.
being
I went through
disrespectful.
some things.
Wow,
Like,
disrespectful.
the little girls would be around like, oh yeah, like I would look better with this person because my complexion is this color and yours is like, a lot of things happened, y'all. So I'm gonna say,
So they
that
told you
racist
you'll be
stuff
better
gotta-
with light-skinned people?
no, they told me I would look better with darker skinned people.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, that was literally the attitude. It was crazy. So all I'm gonna say is,
checking you.
And you know what? Too,
Yeah.
sometimes I remember as a child, and I'm not covering for the coach whatsoever, because I want to know. I need his name. But I remember my aunt lived in California at a young age. I used to go see her in the summer times, and I probably was like 12 or 13. She had a decent job. She was getting some money, and she was going to look at apartments. And a couple places she had pool, tanning rooms, etc. So the realtor said, well, this is the tanning room, you won't be using that. So, and just go on. And she's like, why do you keep saying, what the fuck you mean I won't be using the tanning room? Because they automatically think.
Black.
Right, exactly. So.
yeah, a lot of things. So hope Teofimo didn't do that, but if you did, it's a problem. Okay, we're going to go to break. When we return, we will talk about this all-star game, all-star break, all the above. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. So tonight is the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game. So it's going to be a little different players today. So Kai Cenat is at 5.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower than me?
Let me see. Man, that's a good one. Who is he with? Underdog, or is he with draft picks?
I don't know.
I'm going higher. It's Casanai.
Last time I checked, he's with Underdog. My son changed.
Yeah, I'm going higher.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. He's from the Bronx, right?
Yeah.
He should go higher, but see, Murray, this is what I wanted to tell you yesterday. And this has nothing to do with Kyle, but I'm gonna go higher because he's from the Bronx. I went low on Zion. He didn't play last minute.
Oh.
Told y'all niggas pay.
Casanai.
Told y'all I called that.
He
Nigga
might
last
be
minute.
Coaching. He might switch to coaching.
Yeah, you never know with all
But he's in it. Pause. He energetic. He got to get more than 5 points.
Zeke had 5 the other day.
Yeah, facts.
Okay. Drewski's at 4.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Drewski, I don't really know how athletic he is because you don't want to be fooled by the weight. Because, you know, it's definitely...
Go lower. Pause, killer. Go lower. Drewski. I saw him hit a move.
He might basket hang though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go lower though. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
nigga might basket hang.
Shout out to Drewski, man.
Okay.
He got a great show too. That what's the name of that? What's the name of Could Have Been?
Could have been records.
Could Have Been Records is hilarious.
Yeah, it's super
I be watching it all the time. But I'm going lower.
Okay.
Pause.
We got 2 more. Terrell Owens is at 8.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Terrell's gonna have more than 8. I'm going higher for T.O.
Okay.
He got a point to prove.
Facts.
T.O. is
It's
definitely
water
out
under the
there.
bridge, T.O. You're gonna have more than 8.
But you gotta realize, and I'm so mad I didn't ask him. Sin reminded me too, because you know it was probably 2 years ago that T.O. was advocating to get back in the NFL. This might be an audition for him to show niggas that he's still athletic at his
Yeah,
age.
T.O. was in good shape. Pause when he was in there.
Yeah, so I'm going higher.
Okay. And then lastly, Matt Barnes is at 13.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Just spoke to Matt Barnes probably about 2 weeks ago. Matt might not care as much as I think he could get 13.5 points. I definitely think Matt could get 13 points. But Matt may not care, you know. And then we don't know how much weed Matt's going to smoke before that. All the smoke podcast. Shout out to this podcast.
Yeah, him
too.
and Stack.
Yeah, it's dope podcast. I'm going to go lower because I think he's going to be more like these niggas is trash and he's going to come in dumb high.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Matt. Killer didn't even have you for more than 13.
I
That's
said, I
wild.
know he could get more than 13. Will he care enough? Listen, Matt Barnes playing with or against Drewski and Casanai could get 40, nigga. Just saying. I'm not saying he can't get 13. Will he care enough?
Okay. I'm going higher, Matt. I'm going higher.
Okay.
He gonna have 14 points. Yeah.
Okay. And then just to clarify, Drewski's on his team. So Kai Sinat's on the other and T.O.'s on his team as well. So Kai's on the other team. Okay, if you guys like these picks, remember you always get a free pick if you're not already on Underdog, so make sure to support the show. Sign up now, and you can make your picks too. So the NBA called off Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu's three-point contest rematch. An NBA representative said, "We weren't able to land on a plan we thought would raise the bar off of last year's special moment. We all agreed not to proceed and will instead keep the focus on All-Star Sunday's new format." Maurice, how do you feel about this being called off? Is this something that you wanted to see?
No, I didn't want to see it, but this is all these outlets. You know, everybody's complaining about everything that they're seeing from the All-Star game, the All-Star weekend, the lack of interest and everything. And I always say, anytime that you have anything with a bunch of variables, it is hard to be successful at, you know, be it in business, be it anything that has a bunch of variables. And when you start trying all this new stuff, you're trying to get people to like digest, pause for lack of better words, just all of these new games that's trying to get and gather their attention. What they need to go back to is just to refine the main thing. And I think that they should take an idea from, I don't know who said it, Mase or Cam, about the international guys playing the American guys. And so I don't think that there's anything other than them hearing from other people in the ecosystem about how bad the All-Star weekend is.
Yeah, I agree with you a lot, Mo. I just think for this one particular part of Sabrina getting a get back, I think that would be really cool. Because I think if she actually comes back, if they was to run it back, she will win it. And I think women's sports would need that to start the other conversations they want to have. So for that only reason, this is an isolated conversation. Don't take this and use this for anything else. This is only for this one particular area, not any other area, not bringing women in a dunk contest. No, none of that. Just simply for the 3-point contest, because I think Sabrina was so close. When she walked away last year, she definitely believed she could have won it.
I agree with Mo. You lost. You had your chance. Sorry, Stat. I know you for the women. You're moving your neck like this. Y'all can't see Stat. I see her on my parade. I see she doing all this with her neck. Y'all can't even see on camera. Mase said that. When Mo said, see Mo, when you, see, I got a good peripheral. When you said it, Mo, she's like, then when Mase said, she's like, then when I said, she's like, no, you lost. You had a chance. You missed out on your opportunity. I'm all definitely in uplifting women's sports, but you had your chance, because if you would have won, they would have probably ran it back. But it's like this. It's like if Canelo want to fight Floyd again right now. No, you lost. Not fighting again. Same way the fight that just passed with the Mexican monster. He what's the thing he fought again? Murder?
Morel.
Yeah, Morel. Morel is a problem, and he caught Samir Morel at a young age, or inexperienced fighter. He only had 11 fights. Morel, 22 fights in, you may not want to fight him again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that Sabrina's inexperienced, but sometimes you have to take advantage of the opportunity that's presented to you. I'm so happy with what the WNBA has been doing, not just the WNBA, women's basketball in particular. Of course, we're always talking about Caitlin Clark, but we got to think about Angel Reese. We got to think about Dawn Staley. We got to think about Juju Watkins. We got to think about all the females in the last 5 years that have been elevated because of the path that the Cheryl Swoops and the Lisa Leslies and everybody else had paved the way for them. I'm very, very excited where women's sports is going right now. If I'm Curry, I'm not doing it. No, you lost.
That's valid. Let me just clarify. I'm not saying they got to do a rematch, but I think they could do a different different players. Like, I think it would be dope because now I know we've seen Bam and Asia Wilson go public. Like, let them versus each other. I feel like a lot of people would tune in, and it doesn't even have to be Bam. Like, even just
what would they do against each other?
They could do the 3-point contest too. Something. I just think it's kind of cool to have the girl versus guy
love and
element.
Basketball.
I mean, we saw how that.
Let me ask you a question, Stat. I like what you're talking about.
That's wild.
Would it be cool if Steph Curry come to the women's All-Star game and play and do a 3-point contest?
I mean, yeah.
I think niggas would be like, why are you over here,
Yeah.
Steph? You're already doing everything in the NBA. Now you want to come over here and beat us in the women's All-Star weekend. Let us have our thing. That's just my opinion.
And then that's fair too, because I think, people want their separate things, but I don't think it hurts. Like, it's supposed to be fun, so it's just like, let's just see it real quick, and then y'all can move on, do your thing. You can be out his way.
Listen, I think, and I'm not disagreeing. I'm just thinking. Trust me, if Serena won, and it was close, it was really good 3-point contest. If she won last year, they would be doing it again this year. These niggas would want their get back. That's why when it says preparation meets opportunity.
Quote of the day.
Yeah, because before you know it, you're gonna have the Pro Bowl, and then you're gonna be saying Lotto should be in the Pro Bowl.
I'm laughing because at the Pro Bowl, they definitely had me doing the skills challenges. I was not good. I cannot throw a football for my entire life. They had me literally diving over the mat, catching slanted, but I'm good. But somebody out there can do it. I'm just not the person
shout out
for
to
that.
Lotto, but I was looking at that. I said, I see where they're going with this.
Yeah. But to be on the contrary, I'm sure a lot of people would want to watch that too. If we're being honest, if they said Lotto go do the skills challenge, people are going to watch.
I agree with that.
So that's why I'm like, and people are going to watch for different reasons, but people are going to watch. So that's what they want. Hey, go ahead, Lotto, do your thing. Okay. So this actually wasn't even like, I want to kind of ask you guys a side question. So there's a women's basketball league in Miami called Unrivaled, and they are doing a lot of different things right now. Right now, they're actually having a skills type of challenge where they'll compete 1v1. And it's, 2 players doing a 1v1 and they can advance to the semifinals to get $25,000 cash. Is that concept in the NBA potentially for All-Stars something that you guys would be even interested in seeing? Like a 1v1 matchup for NBA players, or do you think that could just not be possible for the league?
I think this whole idea is good, but then it's not good. It looks like they're trying to undercut Ice Cube, and I don't like it. I'm just gonna go straight up and say what I believe and what I think. It looked like they trying to create something to take Ice Cube's spot. Come on, ladies, play 3-on-3 for Ice Cube. Let's allow Ice Cube to have his moment. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead, Mo.
Okay, Maurice.
Oh, when you said that, I didn't take into consideration the Ice Cube variable. But I like just the competitive. I like competitive nature of people playing 1-on-1. That's how I came up. That's how you come up in the neighborhood. That's what you see at the park. That's what you see when you at the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA. Just people playing 1-on-1. I just think for men to do it with these dudes making so much money, there would have to be some sort of substantial prize. And I think that they do typically like 2 or 3 dribbles and so on and so forth. I don't know the rules of that, but I just like, when people play 1-on-1, it's a little bit more competitive than this other stuff. But I didn't even think about the Ice Cube variable.
Yeah, because they had the 3-on-3. Now it seemed like they're doing a 1-on-1. So it seemed like they try to do the 3-on-3 like Ice Cube's tournament, and I don't know how that went. So now they're doing the 1-on-1. I'm not saying it didn't go well. I'm just calling out when people try and jack people ideas. I don't like that. Get your own idea.
I got you.
So to be clear for our audience, they're having a 3-on-3 women's tournament with WNBA players, which to me I think is dope, so they don't have to go overseas and leave the country. And it's not like Ice Cubes, but I get what Mase is saying. I'm not disagreeing with Mase. I'm just explaining for people who haven't seen it. It's a full court, 3-on-3. The court's not as long as the WNBA court or NBA court. And you got these WNBA players playing. And they're saying that they want to create something so that you don't have to go overseas. This is the reason the girl got locked up for
smoking weed
or having weed.
Brittany Griner.
Having weed.
Yeah, because she was going overseas to play for the country because they didn't have an outlet in America for the females to make money during the off season for the WNBA, because WNBA off season is very, very long. So I like the idea. I get what Mase is saying as well. Like, you jack an Ice Cube, let Ice Cube do it, et cetera. Because we see the fight that Ice Cube is having with the NBA on trying to get sponsorship, et cetera, trying to work with them to go around the schedule. And I love Ice Cube for the fight he's putting up. The 1-on-1 thing, I like that too, Mo. Actually, I'm going to put that on the You're Welcome Network, is that I was doing 1-on-1 games in Gaucho's gym before all of them, like A Butter against Sap, at Harlem against the Bronx. I'm going to actually put some footage up. I'm going to actually put the whole game up. I had that shit jumping, and I was commissioner of that because it was my tournament. I thought it was really dope. I actually seen one of the 1-on-1 games, and I thought it was dope. I seen Skylar Diggins cooking somebody. I don't know who the fuck that was, but I feel like, damn, I see Skylar Diggins in a minute. And she was cooking, so I do like 1-on-1. But I do get what Mase is saying. It seems like you're trying to take away from where Ice Cube is coming from, and I do agree with you, Mo. I think 1-on-1 brings it back to the essence, so I see both you guys' point.
Yeah, I see both points, but I don't necessarily feel like that takes away from what Ice Cube is doing, because I think in general, everything is kind of inspired by something. And
I like that.
Yeah, like I don't think because they have a 3v3, that takes away from what Ice Cube is doing, because it's different realms. Like, that's just, if you're interested in women's basketball and you want to see your players continue to compete against each other, that's a way for them to make a lot of money. They also have part ownership in Unrivaled in itself. And then, 3v3, like, you're still having great players play, but I don't think because he has that, they can't do that.
No, I totally understand what you're saying. What I'm basically saying is the one-on-one idea is your idea.
Mm-hmm.
The 3-on-3 idea is his idea. You get what I'm saying? When you combine the 3-on-3 and the one-on-one, it's like you kind of doing a spin-off of their idea. Mm-hmm. If you just say, you know what, we're gonna do one-on-one. Okay, that's your thing. If you say 3-on-3, that's Ice Cube's thing. You know, but that's a part of having patent. If you don't have that, then that's on his business acumen. You know what I'm saying? But for me, that was just an observation. Do I think women should be able to make money after the WNBA? Of course. Should they make money on the off season? Of course. If this is something that supplement that income, that's a great idea. I'm just saying Ice Cube should figure out a way to do that. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying they can't do it.
How do you patent a 3-on-3?
I'm not saying that he does have that patent.
I'm saying how do you even go about that? Like, yo, I own 3-on-3 basketball. Y'all, nobody in the world is allowed to play 3-on-3.
I don't know all the particulars of it, but I know.
I'm actually better question. You think, and I don't know. Yeah. I'm asking. You think that's possible?
Yes, anything is possible. Sometimes people have it where you can't even use certain words or you can't even use certain colors. Somebody could say, this is my color. If they say, well, if they have the right lawyer and he's able to get that to happen.
Yeah, like I'll give you, like, for example, I'll give you the reason I don't know, I wasn't even trying to be funny. I'll give you a great example of what you're talking about. Like when you say, let's get ready to rumble. That's Homeboys. You can't, if you use that, that's his. Anywhere, that's his. If 3-peat, like Pat Riley was hoping that Kansas City 3-peated because all these t-shirt and anything 3-peat. But Donald Trump went to try and patent the word fired, and they like, Don, you can't have fired. Come on, now you wilding with trying to own the world fired. So that's why I was asking, because it's different things for different shit.
And for the 3-on-3, it may be something like, let's say there was no tournament for it, right? So everything we saw in basketball was always 5-on-5. So now if you create an entity where it's like, now this is different, it's just like a patent. If you say we using, it is what it is. Somebody said, I'm using it for hats and clothing and this and that. And the person said, well, no, I'm using it for television. They get the patent of it because that's the thing that the other person is not using. When somebody comes in and say, we playing basketball, somebody's already using that.
But see, that's why I asked you that, because, and like I said, this is a great conversation to have on a business note, because I like to learn and give my point of view too. Because my thing is this, right? When you say, we're talking about words, and you're right, because it's different patents for different things. So for instance, right, let's just say Treasure Wilson, you're patenting that for mugs and t-shirts and accessories. But if somebody wants to use it for food, you then patent it for food. Right. Yeah. It's like 15 different patents you got to get for Treasure Wilson, to where they be like, well, you didn't patent it for this, so I can use it for that. What I'm saying is this is actually an action. This isn't like a word or anything, because my opinion is, I think if that was a case, and I could be wrong, this is just all speculation and great conversation, then it wouldn't be 5-on-5 in Australia or Europe or wherever, because the NBA would have been like, nope. We started this. Holler at us if you want to play 5-on-5. You know we the originators of this shit. Don't know Canada, no Europe, no Australia, no. And maybe they didn't think of it before the time happened to where they could patent it. I just want to learn.
No, that's a great point. The other way is that he has so much money that if anybody's trying to do a 3-on-3, just go buy them out, because that's what the NBA does. They say, oh, nah, y'all not playing in Australia without the NBA. Everything is coming under this brand of the national basketball. So would it be changed from NBA to IBA?
I'm just saying, you got to think about it. It's tens of millions of basketball players. It's 480 NBA players. They just got to go play somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And then just real quick, just to further clarify. So an NBA 1v1 is something that you wouldn't be that interested in. So say, for example, you got Jokic versus Embiid, say both are healthy and Embiid decided to show up and play.
No, I'm for the one-on-one. I think that's great. no matter on what level, because it shows the greatest level of competition without excuse. I love when people can't make excuses.
Yeah, and to that also, just the whole All-Star shit. Even if they had that, I like that matchup because I think them two would try and beat each other. That's a great matchup. But I just think this whole All-Star weekend the past 10 years or more just been a meetup to be like, yo, what's up, y'all? Niggas is not playing hard.
Niggas want to show their belts, man.
Yeah, exactly. I think that to me, I like that matchup you just said, Stack, because they both like, I don't fuck with you. Yeah. And they not from America neither. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would be really dope. But outside of that, this is just one homeboy hookup every fucking year for the last 10 or more years, man.
They put all their focus on the tunnel. I think the tunnel filming is just crushed the NBA.
Yeah, tunnel filming, social media, all the above, vacations. It's just a whole bunch of things. But all I do
everything but the main thing.
Hey, we've cracked the code. Hopefully they figure out a solution. But that is all the time that we have for today. Maurice, thanks for being here.
All right, Mo, good seeing you, bro.
Mo, good seeing you, Crenshaw Mo.
Thank y'all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.